Welcome back to episode 287. I'm Mike, this is Grizz, and this is Bad Taste Video. Mr. Ice Cream Man. No, not the Clint Howard one. This is actually technically before it, right? Isn't that
yeah, 2 years before it.
Damn. But Grizz, as per usual, we have to talk about the fucking weather. We got delayed last week because of it. This week, hammered by more snow. There it is, man. It's not Bad Taste Video without some sort of like natural disaster of some sort. But
yeah,
you were driving in whiteout conditions like a fucking maniac, like a Buffalonian,
right? Buffalonian. Yeah, I think it's Buffalonian.
You were a maniac, man.
Dude, I've had some pretty like harrowing drives in my day. So first of all, I'm a fucking idiot because like I knew the storm was coming, right? And I'm like, me and my buddy, we're gonna go down to my other buddy's house, which is like about maybe 45 to an hour south of Buffalo. And I'm like, dude, we'll be good. We'll leave before fucking it gets dark out. If it starts getting hairy, we'll fucking leave and shit. No big deal. So we're down there fucking hanging out, having a good time. And I'm like, all right, I'm being responsible. It's like 4:30. I'm like, all right, we got to get going. It's going to fucking sunset soon. And as soon as like we leave my buddy's house, the fucking flakes start flying, dude. I'm like, okay, it's a little snowy, right?
No,
we hit the fucking highway.
It'll be good.
Dude, the fucking sun sets and it's just like apocalypse opens up in the sky, man. I don't know if anybody's ever experienced a blizzard where it's also a lightning storm at the same time, but we get a lot of that here.
I've seen that before. Back on the island, I've seen that.
It's fucking wild. Thunder snow is fucking cool. It's scary, dude, but like it was wild too, because like when I was talking about like a whiteout drive, like you can't see more than a few feet in front of your vehicle, and you don't know if you're on the road. Like you really have no fucking clue.
That was like 15 feet, if that, of vision in front of you, which is not a lot when you're in a car. Like your car is probably what, 10 feet long? Well, yours is obviously longer, but like a normal little sedan is, I don't know, man. That's
on the highway. I got lucky because there was like a fucking like big like fucking like box truck in front of me, and I'm like, all right, if this fucker goes, as long as he's on the road, dude, I'm gonna be on the road because I'm just gonna follow this dude like
that's it,
to my destination. And it's like people have to understand too that like with lake effect snow, it comes in bands, and the bands could be like a mile wide, or it could be like a fucking 20-mile wide band of lake effect snow. And I'm driving in like these conditions that are terrifying to drop my buddy back off at his house. And then all of a sudden, like, you just drive through a curtain and it's just over. Crystal fucking clear.
You could see it. Like you could see the snow when you're about to hit it too. It's like super weird. I know what you're talking about. I knew an area on Long Island
wildest shit
that used to white out like that. It's funny, man.
It was an interesting drive, but I made it home, dude. One piece, slowly and steady. So interesting to say. I ate a bunch of gummies before I left too. So
we don't condone that. We don't condone that.
Vitamins. I had a bunch of fucking vitamins, baby.
Yeah, Flintstone vitamins. It's fine. You know what's funny though? Like you never really see like alien reports in the snow. You know what I mean? Like they don't like cold weather. It's more of a cryptid thing, I feel like. Not so much
I think that's probably just 'cause you
extraterrestrial.
can't see it, bro. Like I think that's like prime time for them. They're like, look, these dudes are so distracted. We're gonna
that would fuck up like your cloaking mechanisms and like the flying saucers and spaceships. Like all of a sudden now you have something like hitting it, so you'd be able to make it out. What's up, man? They don't like the cold weather, or are they just
pussies?
Dude, what do you think? Did you see like what was it, the Miami like shadow monster figure things in the mall?
Dude.
Did you see that shit?
I don't know. Okay, like for one, like the video proves absolutely fucking nothing.
There's no video from inside the fucking mall somehow. No video.
And the one from like the aerial shows absolutely fucking nothing. Like it does nothing for me, dude. The weird thing about the video is the amount of cops for what was supposedly a teenage fight that only 2 people were arrested in.
So
that seems pretty wild.
My theory with that, they said that there was some sort of thing like they were throwing fireworks or some shit. They probably got
shots fired.
They probably got a shit ton of phone calls from a bunch of different numbers, and they thought it was some sort of attack. You know what I mean? And they just fucking sent everybody there because you can't take any fucking. We're in America, bro. You can't take any fucking, any chances. People are fucking crazy. Just like
that's probably more likely the case. Honestly, I don't think it's a shadow alien. That's
I want to believe, dude. I want to believe.
Absolutely.
But I just need that like concrete evidence. I need to like truly see something.
That's not it.
It's not it.
You know, I wanted it to be. Wasn't it you that sent it to me too?
Yeah.
And I was like, please. I was like, let this be something legitimate.
Did you see the other one? It was like a squid alien, like a squid monster. The spaghetti monster that was like from 2017 over in Iraq or Afghanistan from like a U.S. like military base. And the thing is like being tracked by like fucking, what's it called? By like some sort of, camera, but it's like an infrared or night vision or whatever. And you see it, it looks fucking weird as hell. It looks weird as hell.
That one I'm going to have to look into. I like that.
Yeah. Let me see if I can get a photograph of this. They were calling it, remember?
Spaghetti monster fucking.
Dude, the spaghetti monster from fucking Iraq. I think it's like a jellyfish looking thing.
I'll take a moment to say what's up to everybody. Welcome and thank you, checking out the chat here. We got fucking Alien Cantation, a Jane Doe. Ooh, mystery name. I like that. And Viano Films, dude, you get fucking awesome for hanging out. What's up with you guys?
I'm like trying to find an image of this thing that's like actually
a jellyfish chandelier. Alien Cantation says is what we apparently he's familiar with it.
Oh, he knows. Yeah, I guess it kind of does look like a chandelier of sort. Oh, is this bringing me?
You got it here?
Yeah. I'm pulling it up right now, man.
Dude, the anticipation is fucking killing me as to because I want this to be fucking like badass, and if it's some like bullshit fucking like image that you can't make anything out, I'm gonna be super bummed.
All right,
so. Look, is that Rick Moranis out there?
So this thing over here, this is the monster. I'm trying to make it bigger, but it's trying to bring me to like fucking Reddit or something, and I'm not.
Oh, you don't want to go there,
yeah. No.
Wow, look at that thing though.
Yeah, so that's Pastafarians. That's where the spaghetti monster came from, right? Here's like another thing over here.
Oh, that's kind of weird. It's like over this weird base thing. Okay.
Yeah, it's like a flying spaghetti monster. They have no idea what it is. So the only people that have seen it had some sort of night vision on or whatnot. This shit is awesome, man. I'm all about this. So
make it to the human eye. Like you can't see that motherfucker unless you have like infrared on.
Cloaked, bro. Cloaked.
Bro, Predator fucking spaghetti
warm
monster.
weather.
I like that, dude.
Reddit is where to go, dude. I am a Reddit fucking user, but I'm just not about to subject people to possible not safe for work things through the YouTube video. But this proves, dude, they saw this thing in Iraq. Warm weather. If it's an alien, warm weather fucking thing, I think we're on to something. I'm telling you, the snow is for the cryptids. But
Aliens like
Grizz,
getting tans. They're fucking
dude, that's
like
it.
nice tropical weather.
I don't know. I don't know. They don't like the humidity, maybe. Who the fuck knows? But Grizz, this week we're covering Mr. Ice Cream Man, not the Clint Howard movie. This one is one that it's a Dead Alive release, very hard to come by. I feel like everybody's always chasing this one, and there's probably only two that have been like passing through numerous collections throughout the last couple of years. But I've never seen this until you brought it up to cover on the show. I don't know why I never gave it a chance, because I was absolutely shocked. This is like probably one of my favorite things that I've watched in a while, because it has this like really odd children's show feel to it. Something like Goosebumps, or Are You Afraid of the Dark? More Goosebumps, more like fucking like, Channel fucking 5 or some shit. That's Fox in New York.
See, to me, when I watched this, it legitimately felt like one of the when they wheeled the fucking TV into the classroom on the fucking carts with the fucking VCR on that motherfucker, right?
Yeah.
And they'd put in some fucking tape about predator safety and or any kind of after school special fucking tape that they'd make you watch in class when you were in elementary school and shit like that. So basically it looks like this for being shot on video, it looks fucking amazing. It's really crisp. Everything is really well lit. It's visually pleasing, and I guess it's what was it? Some kind of beta cam, from what I understand, that it was actually shot with. So it actually does look better than your average, VHS video camera, but it still isn't, 35 millimeter or 16 millimeter or anything.
It looks like something you would see on daytime TV. It has that soap opera look to it.
Soap opera. Yeah, dude, that's exactly kind of the feeling. And the acting is just as good as a soap opera.
Yeah. As far as I know, there's only one US release, right? On tape. I'm fairly certain I've only seen that Dead Alive one. I don't believe I've ever seen anything, but I think I've seen a foreign release of some sort. Who the fuck knows? But there is a Blu-ray now, I think. All right, there's a Blu-ray out there. I don't fucking know, man.
Of this movie, yeah. I guess there's can't remember who put it out now, but there's a cleaned up HD fucking version of this that
probably
you can get.
Vinegar Syndrome or one of those types of people.
Sure,
yeah. But Grizz, why don't you give a little synopsis of Mr. Ice Cream Man?
All around the town, children are going missing, and our main suspect might be not who you suspect, your friendly neighborhood ice cream man. That's pretty much it, dude. I mean, this doesn't have a Shakespearean fucking built-in story around it, but I guess there is a weird. We're gonna have to fucking dig into this a little bit.
There's a weird drama going on with this. There's this ice cream man that's fucked up, but he's got some sort of trauma. Apparently, there's a subgenre of ice cream man horror. Just going through fucking IMDb now. There's obviously
really?
Ice Cream Man, the ice cream truck, the ice cream man from what year is this one from? 2020. I guess there's a whole subgenre here. That's about Richard Kuklinski. That's a different one. But it looks like there's a whole bunch of movies that kind of follow this killer ice cream man, plot. I kind of like this one. This, I guess the guy that plays the ice cream man, I guess he's the big reason why I really like this. He's so strange. Not a great actor, but it adds to it. He kind of acts like he's got something wrong with him. Very robotic, very stiff. Not as goofy as the Clint Howard one, where he's kind of all over the place and you feel bad for him from the start. You know what I mean? He's kind of got this weird thing where you can tell he's this guy is just out there.
Odd. It's played so strangely, but like I said, all the acting in the movie is very robotic and but that doesn't bother me at all because it feels the way it should for the way the film looks. It kind of it suits it very well. But his portrayal of this ice cream man is so on the outside there's something creepy about him just because of like, yeah, he's nice, but he's like nice with an undertone. Like there's just something
Yeah.
off about his like kindness
It's
that's very strange, man.
like a John Wayne Gacy, like where he's like putting out
Oh,
this
great.
like
Yeah.
figure for everybody to put their guard down, but really he's like a twisted person doing fucked
And
up
what I
shit.
love about it too is that it's the writer director of this movie is
Yeah.
playing
What's his name? Mac
this
Hale,
role.
right?
Yeah.
And
And
you
it's
know,
just like
do you know what else
it's
he's
so
in?
good.
He's in that movie Nutbag. He's the killer in
Is that
Nutbag.
him?
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah.
It's,
That's another
he's
one
got
should be
that
fun to
look.
cover sometime.
It looks like at points in the movie, like they actually color his hair like really red. Like they make it look like even more red than it should be.
It did look
Did you notice that at
fake.
all?
Especially in the side shots, you'd see it like when you wear it in his hat and stuff. It looked his sideburns specifically looked like super red in some shots.
Like Halloween party store, like spray paint red.
Yeah, spray
Right?
on red.
But it's funny. This movie like isn't overly gory. There is a few scenes that are pretty fucked up. Those are more towards the end, but it's more implied. It has like one of those Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer type things where you see like the aftermath of what happened, but you kind of get the feeling that they don't give too many fucks when it comes to like killing off kids and shit in this, because right in the beginning of the movie you have this scene where like this little kid like happens upon this ice cream truck in the middle of like a field, right? Like, and he like comes up to it, and it's pretty creepy because the ice cream man is like facing inside the ice cream truck. He's not responding to this little kid. It's pretty fucked
Great
up,
setup
man.
for this. Yeah.
The music is
That's
also
just a
really
freak
good in
shot.
this.
Money right here.
This kid is like obviously weirded out, but he's still going for it. He's gonna pay for one, but unfortunately he decides to take two,
I'll
and
get
that
the
is an
ice
issue.
cream.
Can't be greedy, dude.
This kid is definitely not a good actor either. Look, see, he takes the one, and when he takes the two, that leads our ice cream man to grab him.
So that's
do you-
basically how a lot of things go in this movie, though, where it's like this suspenseful buildup, and then like the hard cut right before like the fucking thing happens. But I don't hate it. Like you said, there's not like this isn't a gore fest. Like there's hardly any blood in this movie at all.
Yeah,
But it's not like I don't
It's not
miss
necessary.
it in this movie at all, though, either. Like I'm not like begging for like those scenes to be taken to that level. It's perfectly tongue in cheek for like how this movie like comes across. Like
Yeah.
this could be shown to like is kind of like weird and like creepy that this movie is at time. Like you could watch this with like a younger fucking like teen or like a fucking,
Yeah.
12, 13-year-old
This
and be
is-
like, this is pretty fucking creepy, right? Like
this is barely an R rating movie.
Yeah.
There is a little nudity at one point, right? I think I noticed that there was like one scene where you saw like a boob or something, right?
God, I hope not, because I don't remember it if I fucking pulled it.
Well, we're gonna find out. But you'll see in this next clip. This is the aftermath of what happened to that boy in the first clip. We meet a detective who is on the case to try to figure out why all these kids are going missing and all that. And he has like this really strange interaction with the ice cream man, but I don't think it's strange on purpose. I think it's strange because of the way it's acted out.
How's everything going?
This guy looks like a
Just
robot.
fine.
This is where his
some
hair
ice
looks
cream?
really red.
What do you got in there?
Just like points to the sign, like, you fucking moron. Here's the fucking menu.
I think I'll just take a Coke.
He also looks like he's 19, like not old enough to be a cop.
Oh, 100%. I thought that the whole time.
Yeah, so he opens up this cooler. You see a bunch of Mountain Dews and a Coke and a severed hand. Unfortunately, it was being blocked by Grizz. I should have moved that. But it does look like it's straight out of Spirit Halloween. It doesn't look realistic at all. This thing really
doesn't.
rides the line of an R rating. This probably could be PG-13. You'll see from the other clips, besides the very end, there's really not too much actual violence shown. Like I said, it's all just kind of insinuated, or it just barely, is avoided. It doesn't happen. They like lead you to think that it's going to happen, but it doesn't. You know, they lead you to think that somebody's going to get fucking stolen, but they don't. We have a clip here that shows when one of the girls, Emily, is like literally on the razor's edge of being fucking kidnapped and killed by this fucking maniac.
I legitimately wish that like I could pull longer clips sometimes, because the build up to like the scene that you're about to see, this is like the very end of this scene, and like the beginning interaction that like Emily has with the ice cream man when she walks up on this truck in this back alley, and he's just like standing in the front of his truck, like being very like every time he has these like interactions with these kids, he's so strange. Yeah. Like the things that he says, his demeanor, it really like builds this character to be this like off-putting to an adult, like off-putting person, but apparently to these kids, just like they're not picking up on those social cues and stuff like that you normally would as an adult.
Like Pennywise
they just
the
take
clown,
it for face value.
Where the kids are like, "Oh yeah, I'll come see you." Where like an adult, you'd be like, "Dude, what the fuck?
What the
like,
why is that happening?"
But like this whole scene, you're just waiting for him to snatch her, right? Like that's the whole thing. That you're waiting for him to grab her or her to go into the ice cream truck or whatever.
It's so suspenseful.
But luckily for her, something intervenes. He's got like his hands held out like he's gonna pick her up too, which is that sounds
he had
terrible.
A big surprise for her.
That sounds horrible. Emily.
I gotta go.
I understand. I once had a mother too.
See, like he backs down. He backs down like incredibly fast. Right? Like he never looks malicious, which is really strange. But he has that line like, I had a mother once too. Which really is kind of irrelevant.
Does that imply he killed his mom?
No, because we get an answer. We get an answer at the end.
Yeah. Of his mom?
Yeah.
I'm confused.
Yeah. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But you see how he just like turns it off. You know what I mean? When he realizes that like, no, if I grab this girl now, she's gonna scream. I'm gonna get fucking caught. You know what I mean? He's very smart with this stuff. He doesn't act on impulse. You know, he almost has this like stalkerish thing where he's picking his victims, which he kind of alludes to there, that he is like choosing these people ahead of time, right? Like he's purposefully camping out at these places and grabbing these kids.
There's a great line by one of the detectives who are like characters in themselves in this fucking movie, about like there's no rhyme or reason to the way that he kills, you know, like he'll tear somebody's head off at this place and he'll choke his next victim out here, and like, you know, there's no MO as far as like I'm going to use this method of operation and kill this person this way every single time. And I like that about this killer, that it's just like whatever he has to do in the situation, he's going to kill the person any way that he can, but he's also not going to leave any clues. He's an expert at like not cleaning a crime scene, but just not leaving a trace of himself at the crime scene.
Which is pretty funny because it's like, I wonder who's stealing all the kids and killing them. And then there's like this dude that's hanging out in the fucking abandoned cemetery. Like there's blood all over his shit. One thing I got to say is the ice cream truck is really cool. The cover of the VHS tape, that is like was actually painted on the side of the ice cream truck. And the actual grill of the ice cream truck was really interesting looking too. Right? Like that had a really cool look. Truck. Yeah, that was a sick one. I like when he has the little interaction with the other ice cream man where he kind of gives you like the fuck you arm out the window. That's really the only time where you see him be like sort of aggressive towards like another adult until like the end, or when he's actually in the process of killing.
But it also doesn't come across as like alarming in that same way, because it's just like, yeah, he has beef with another ice cream man. That makes fucking
like it would have been,
you know,
it wouldn't have been like a memorable interaction to me in real life. Like I wouldn't have told anybody that happened. Like I would have just went about my day. I really do like his whole personality in this though. Like he's got this really strange, outward facing personality. And then like inside, he's like this really sadistic piece of shit child fucking asshole killing motherfucker. He really doesn't show any vulnerable. vulnerabilities. I don't know what the fuck that was. Throughout the whole fucking movie, he's like a really effective serial killer, right? Like really, really effective.
I like this bullet that we have. This next part of this thing is that we see this like teenage girl and her friend like picking on him in the fucking park, and like she's like talking, not like, oh, you know, being sly about her shit talking, flirting with him a little bit, but then like, you know, saying a backhanded thing after she flirts with him and shit, making it pretty obvious that she's fucking with him.
Mm-hmm.
And like, you know, he's playing it just like he's played everything else. He's very like serious.
Doesn't act on emotion.
So yeah, exactly. And then, you know, gives her a warning about picking on the ice cream man or something like that, you know. But man, when he shows up here in this girl's bedroom that night,
what a shot, right?
It's fucking awesome, dude. Wait till you guys see this.
So it's like lit all like dark. There's like the blue lighting that's simulating,
Crawling into
I
bed.
guess, yeah, moonlight. And all of a sudden, out comes Mr. Ice Cream Man. There he is. He just rises out of the darkness. What do you have, a stuffed animal on his head? Yeah.
Yeah, that's so good.
He has like this huge ice pick that really looks like just a sharpened Phillips head screwdriver. But that is not a way that I would like to go. Yeah, it's really creepy, and there's really nothing bad shown. You don't see him stab her. It cuts before anything happens. It cuts to like a full moon. They do a good job though in still conveying that like this fucking terrible thing happened, and that's also because you get to see the aftermath, just like Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer, where like you don't see the actual killing, you see somebody finding it, or you see the crime scene and all that shit. I feel like
this
is
is
done in a great way. Yeah, we have the clip here. So the other friend that was with her comes home to, I guess, their shared house or apartment, and she just finds a little blood on the wall.
Who?
I would be probably way more alarmed. And of course, there's a dead body and a note written on the mirror that says, "Aren't you glad you didn't turn on the light?" I believe that's what it said. Pretty creepy, man. It looks pretty fucked up. You really only see it for a little bit. It leads me to believe that this movie had to be cut at some point, like just a little bit. It's only an hour, 5 minutes with the credits.
Yeah, if that,
so
yeah, it's fast.
They had to do something to this, because there's no way that they would have only left that scene in for not even enough time to fucking read what's on the wall. Well, the mirror, you know?
But I will say, man, like I feel like this could be shown on a Saturday night in October on a fucking television in the 90s. Like it's not,
True.
It doesn't go hard, like to the point where you're like, like this is shocking movie. Like, maybe because the fact that he's like killing a bunch of kids and shit, it'd be like touchy to show, but like
you don't really see anything. Like
right,
there's
that's what
really,
I'm saying.
So one of the characters that I really like in this movie is, I believe his name is Roland, right? He's
yes.
He's the friend of the main character. He is an asshole of a dad who tells him that he has no friends, which is,
so the main character is Joey, right? That's our main man.
And he's got a sister. She's kind of irrelevant in the movie, besides the fact that she has a romantic interaction slash interest with the cop. But Roland, the friend, has like this fucking insane chase with Mr. Ice Cream Man. Man. It looks like he's an ultra marathon runner, because he literally runs from the afternoon until nighttime.
Nighttime, dude. Yeah.
This is definitely also like, I would say this movie takes place in August, right? Or September. They try to make it seem like it's a fall movie, but they have like the leaves falling at one point, but they're all still green. So this,
they're back to school, so it's got to be like September, maybe. I'd say.
This is definitely like a good 5-hour run.
Come over here. Hey, come over here.
So this kid's walking.
Yeah, I love that fucking
part. He's walking with like a bag of cookies, a 2-pound bag of cookies. The whole movie, this kid is like only eating also. They keep showing him like eating snacks and like
bag of chips pumped. And shit. Yeah, dude.
But he's like running from this fucking ice cream man in such a... Look how he's running. He's running like fucking Carlton Banks. Like he's got this goofy run. The way that they film this too, like he's obviously like semi running in place. Like he's not running full speed. He's like trying to keep up with the camera, I guess, on that dolly. I love this whole chase scene because it continues now into the woods.
In the night.
Looks like it's pitch black out right now. That ice cream truck looks fucking awesome going through the woods. Look at this.
Oh,
shot.
right here? Yeah, that looks great.
That looks great. He slams into the tree. He slams his face into the glass. And this actually leads to him having cuts on his face for the rest of the movie. But look at him like peeling his face away. So fucking cut up.
That looks great.
Just the whole visual of this is really good. The ice cream truck in the woods randomly. He don't give a fuck. You know, he's just going for it. Really creepy, really cool. I love this movie, man. I'm really grateful you recommended to do it.
So I don't know if you had this experience when you were watching it or not, but for me, like, I'm about this age in 1994. This is like the age of these kids is about where I was at that time point. So like this just feels like elementary school to me.
Feels
like,
real to you, man. Feels real. That was you getting hunted by the ice cream man in Buffalo.
I was. Oh, dude. And like my little fat ass, he knew he had a fucking victim, baby. Like I was buying that shit every day.
Called you
like,
honey hole.
But like just like the way everyone, like the kids are dressed and stuff like that, like we had these like school scenes where like they had like this fucking person come in and like talk to them and shit. Everything just felt so like of that time period and like how it felt like being that age in 1994 and shit. So it was kind of like cool to like put myself back into that and like kind of like this movie does that for me. It like kind of takes me back to that year and like all that bullshit that was going on and the way everybody looked.
Alan Cantation with the question of the night. What are you ordering from the truck? What is your ice cream order from the ice cream man? Because in where we were on Long Island, there was 2 ice cream man trucks, 2 ice cream men, 2 ice cream trucks.
We got 2 also.
There was the one that was like, you know, you get all the Ninja Turtle shit, you get all that stuff. There was candy and everything. And all that shit. And then there was Mr. Softy. Mr. Softy was soft serve ice cream. So you were getting cones and all that shit. So I could tell you right now, Mr. Softy, I would have gotten a 2 or 3 stage rocket, which was a big cone with little cones inside of it with vanilla ice cream and rainbow sprinkles. And from like the regular ice cream man, I probably would have been getting like the fucking Ninja Turtle ice cream bar, or truthfully, I would have been getting the WWF ice cream sandwich bar thingy. That was absolutely fucking wonderful. I actually still have the cards from those somewhere at my parents' house in a box.
That's amazing.
That was a classic. The Redux that they put out wasn't good. What about you, man?
Softy was banging, right? You wanted it to be Mr. Softy because that was the legit, right? So like, if I'm going up on a Mr. Softy, I'm getting a large fucking twist. Like that's my fucking go-to. I like the fucking twist, man. It's a good deal. A little bit of both, you know.
I was gonna say that's vanilla chocolate, right? Intertwined.
Yeah,
on the cone.
It's a nice fucking combo, you know.
What you get like sprinkles on that shit, man? What's up? Are you?
No. I'm not a sprinkle man. I don't like those little waxy bits all over my fucking ice cream.
No. What about I like a nice
cone. Like chopped peanut. That'd be fucking. I'm good with that.
What about like a dipped cone? You ever have that where they put it in the chocolate?
Like a chocolate dipped or something? Yeah, I fuck with that, dude. I mean, my favorite is like chocolate soft serve with like melted peanut butter topping. That's fucking
my man.
Send me home fucking happy, baby. That's the shit, right?
Now, what would you get from the regular fucking drug dealing ice cream man?
At this time period,
Jane Doe, we had one of those.
94. I mean, it was definitely going to be maybe a Flintstones push it up fucking ice cream fucking jammer.
Your whole fucking
you know what I'm
arm
saying?
Up to your elbow, completely sticky after that. Yep.
Delicious though, right? I'd fuck with that. As time went on and they progressed a little bit, you know, I really like the fucking cookie sandwiches, man. The fucking chocolate chip cookies with the vanilla, man.
Get a pack of
fucking fuck around and eat something delicious after that.
Get a pack of candy cigarettes. You had the 2 that were like the one that was just the hard fucking like just hard
the little
sugar.
red tip on it and fucking.
And then you had the other ones that were gum, but you were able to blow through it and it like blew out like powdered sugar. Yeah. Fucked up selling that shit to kids. Look what they did to us. They fucking did to us. But Grizz, unfortunately for our man Roland, he has probably the only way I would not want to die, and that is a water death, a dirty water death. Because you know this thing is only like 1.5 feet deep and runs through like a suburb of fucking Las Vegas.
Correct.
Yeah. I was really kind of shocked that they had him go out this way. What about you, man? Did you think that he was going to survive to the end? They made him like a very likable, goofy, down on his luck kid he's made fun of in the beginning and stuff. Normally these kids survive till the end.
They normally do. I was back and forth on it when he started chasing him. I was like, oh, he's chasing him. He's going to fucking get him. Then like we happened to see that crash in the woods. And I'm like, oh, maybe
he'll make it to the kid's house or something. But
yeah, this is his opportunity to get away. Not the case, man. This is his demise.
So he's like walking through the waters like he's in the jungles of Nam. He's got his fucking sleeping bag on him. And unfortunately for him, he walks right into this motherfucker holding a goddamn piece of glass. I like that he's got like the safety whistle. Yeah, this is like really...
That shot.
This would be my fucking nightmare. He's just like standing there, not making a noise, really kind of emotionless, just looking at him, doing the fucking Michael Myers, like dog head tilt.
The reveal, man. The reveal of him standing behind him with the glass looks so good. So good.
Speaking of reveals, once Mr. Ice Cream Man assaults Joey's house while he's having a birthday party, there is a reveal that Joey's dad is Mr. Ice Cream Man.
I don't understand this.
So in the beginning, they mentioned that Joey's mom was AR'd by somebody while she was married to the sister's, father, but she kept the kid, and the kid turned out to be Joey. But in this scene, we are shown that Joey's dad is Mr. Ice Cream Man.
Dad?
Take a hard look at Joey, everybody.
But Mr. Ice Cream Man is like killing all these people and stuff, and he just stops. He puts the fucking piece of glass down. He takes Joey's hand too and like puts it against his face and kind of just like lets him feel his face. It's like really strange until Joey's sister, which I guess they have no relation. Maybe his like no, there's like no relation there. But she shoots out from the closet or the room next to it and just stabs him right in the chest. And this is really like the only gory part of the movie. You see blood like shooting out of the wound in his shoulder. Looks pretty creepy because of the lighting. It's one of those things where like the darkness kind of adds to the fucking just oddness of the scene. You have a really confused face on. Yeah, what's up?
Can you explain to me how the fuck is Mr. Ice Cream Man that kid's father?
I told you, man. The mom got AR'd.
Did you see Joey?
Yeah.
Did you see what nationality Joey is? How the fuck
we
is
never
Mr. Ice Cream Man?
We never see Joey's mom. Wait, what? Isn't Joey a white kid?
Roll that bean footage again, baby. Let's see that clip one more time, please.
He's a white kid, dude. He's got a chubby face. It's Mr. Ice Cream Man's kid, man. Put some respect on that name. Jesus Christ.
All right. I guess I'm the only one that sees the problem here.
I think that plot point was kind of unnecessary in this movie because it doesn't really serve much of a purpose. They kind of roll almost like a Michael Myers type deal where he's only being attacked because they had some sort of interaction at one point and all that shit. I could take it or leave it. I thought it was kind of funny though, because that leads to
this whole plot point. This whole thing I thought was stupid.
You didn't like
unneeded.
What about the ending? Do you like the end of Mr. Ice Cream Man, or as you have it here, Death of an Ice Cream Man?
That's a good name.
Yeah.
Right?
So the detective shows up at
our
here.
Our young teenage fucking police officer who's got to be 19 years
Doogie
old.
Howser as a police officer.
Yeah, apparently comes in and kicks the living shit out of the ice cream man, like physically manhandles him. He has him on the ropes. He's on top of the staircase. He's giving him the old 1-2. You know, he's fucking wobbling, and he fucking catches him right before his demise, man. This is great.
It's like a Bugs Bunny moment, right? Like a Warner Brothers cartoon.
Moment, yeah.
So he's wobbling. He's like really like, and he's all goofy looking. Cop lets him go, but before he falls, he like does he waves to fucking Joey and just falls down the stairs violently, slams his head against the wall.
The crack noise that plays there too is so good.
Yeah, I guess they imply that he breaks his neck or something, right? That
I love that she just throws the fucking hat down the stairs.
That actually is incredibly funny. But they show something after that, and it's like a little kid being brought to the front of a liquor store, and the mom's like, "Oh, I'll be right back. I'll be 1 second. I'm going inside." And then they show the kid like just kind of out there for a while, like, mommy. That's supposed to be Mr. Ice Cream Man. That's that's why he said he had a mother once. But overall, I think this movie is incredibly enjoyable. I hope I can track down a copy eventually. It really is a fucking fun movie. Not a hard watch, only 65 minutes with the fucking credits and everything. Grizz, what do you think, man? What are your final thoughts on this?
I was very surprised. Not only just by like how good the movie was, how fun it was, just the way it looked. Filmed very professionally.
Yeah.
$8,000 budget. That's crazy. Filmed over like 4 months. They did a great job with it. It's really put together in a way that is cohesive. The story is there. It has some elements that I don't really need, but it's still like it tells the whole complete story. There's a beginning, a middle, and an end. And for what it's worth, man, I would watch this over and over again.
Hell yeah, man. I definitely agree with that. It's pretty hard to find. Buy that Blu-ray. If you Google it, maybe you'll find another way to watch it. But Grizz, let me hit this fucking spinny thing. And it's time that we head over to the wide world of metal. Grizz, what do we have this week?
Oh, man. We are going to go all the way to Haarlem. And that's not in New York City. I'm talking North Holland in the Netherlands for this week's fucking band. The band is called Ecocide. Man, I searched deep to find something that I thought was going to be fun, something that I thought was different, something not well known. This band kind of like hit me right at the end of my like I'm about to fucking give up search, and I'm glad that I didn't, because the video for this is so fucking good. The band itself is phenomenal. All the drummer, the guitar players, the vocals on it, everything is put together so professionally. I guess they've been a band since 2012, which kind of blew my fucking mind. Wow. Yeah, they have like another full length from 2013 called Eyes of the Wicked Sight. But what we're going to focus on today is their new full length, and this is their single that's coming off of it, called Metamorphosis. The song itself is called Metamorphosis. Why don't we just play the opening clip here just so you guys can get an idea of what we're about to talk about.
Sounds like Obituary.
Amazing.
Singer is also the guitar player, or one of them.
Respect that shit. His voice fucking rules, man.
Yeah, it's got like this weird like subplot to the video. Is that a videotape that the guy's putting into the thing, and then like an arm comes out and everything? Fucking
there's like this weird subplot, man, and it is like this weird claymation thing going on where like he opens his tape up and like the tape like eats him and shit, like comes alive, and like there's the next clip that we're gonna show here actually has like this awesome claymation fucking part in the beginning of it. Actually, wait a minute. I don't think I was able to take that part because the clip is too long, and I wanted to get this badass double tapping fucking guitar part in here.
Yeah, this finger tapping part is fucking awesome, and this shit reminds me of Death. this is like spiritual healing type shit. Like very, it must be influenced. Has to be very similar.
You said Obituary for the vocals, which I do hear Obituary delivery in there now that you say it. But for me, I was first feeling like there's some Chuck vibes going on big time with the vocals also.
Yeah. So listen to this part. It sounds like a spiritual healing type of.
Awesome. Oh, like the tapping harmonies are so good, dude. That's just put together perfectly.
Yeah, this is really that little like hand coming out the stop motion hand
and coming out of that tap with this fucking that line is so awesome.
Dude, this fucking song is so sick. It's so sick. We didn't even get to the solo yet.
Yeah, so like the production on like the way this sounds, it sounds so old school, but in like the best possible way. It's like it sounds old school, but with like the cleanliness and like the advancements of like production of like today.
Yeah.
It is so polished. Everything fits in the fucking perfect spot. Guitar tones, each guitar tone separately is fucking awesome, but when they sit on top of each other, it just provides like the biggest fucking guitar sound ever. It fits so incredibly well over all of this.
I agree, and I think it's time we hear the fucking solo because that wasn't a solo. That was more of an interlude. This dude rips, man. Well, they both fucking rip.
Love that guitar.
See, like there's actually like melody to the music, which is fucking awesome.
Dude, this riff.
You're two-stepping, bro. You're two-stepping. I see Grizz in his mesh shorts right there. Fucking. Yeah. Overall, this fucking song is fucking great. I'm definitely gonna go and check this band out because I'm shocked, man. You did it again. You sent me something that it's literally right up my alley. I can't wait to see what else is on the album.
Is to impress you. That's really like what I care about each week.
I'm
like, what is Mike gonna like?
I'm a fucking moron, dude. I like everything. Dude, I went such a long time in my life being a fucking like Debbie Downer on everything, hating everything, where now it's like, you know what? I'm going to do the opposite. And guess what? Feels great.
Like, wonderful.
But Chris, where can they find their album, their page? What's up?
As always, I mean, check out their Bandcamp first and foremost. Get their merch is fucking badass. Pick up they have so many different singles and full lengths. Like I said, from 2012 they've been a band. So YouTube, they have all their content on there. I'm sure it's on Spotify, iTunes, and all that stuff. They're pretty well promoted. So, but man, like I'm in love with this band. Ecocide, not the coolest fucking name in the world, but I'll take it when the music sounds that fucking awesome.
It's still good. It's solid. Grizz, now here's the question. What the fuck are we watching next week?
I've been having a lot of fun with this shot on video stuff we've been digging into. I figured let's finish the month out with, I don't know if we still have maybe a couple.
Yeah. We still got another thing.
Oh, the name again for that band is Ecocide, and that's Metamorphosis for anybody that was wondering if I had to mention it again. But for next week, I'm thinking we're going to go back one more year to 1993, and we're going to cover, I know that you're such a big fan of like, Romero and in the whole Dead series, man, and all that. So I figure let's fucking jump into a shot on video movie that is set in that world. So we're gonna go to the 1993 movie Zombie Genocide.
Let's do it, man. I'm pumped. I've never heard of this movie. I've never seen it. You've never actually seen it before either, right? This is a new one for you.
Just skimmed it, and I thought it would be good enough to run on here. So let's see if my Spidey senses were right.
Yeah, and you can find us next week, Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/@BadTasteVideoPodcast, where we record this live, or you can listen to it via podcast, wherever the hell you're listening to that, or you could go to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/@BadTasteVideoPodcast, and see our previously recorded episodes, something that Twitch never allowed us to do. And you know what's funny? I haven't gotten any more fucking nasty emails from YouTube or anything after I explained to the wonderful person we are just covering dumbass movies that specialize in special effects. And
nothing we show is real.
Yeah,
Never
well,
will. So.
That's why we're going to be stuck in the dungeons of YouTube. Hopefully somebody will eventually drag us out. Grizz, I gotta say, dude, I want to give everybody the heads up that I've purchased a few movies. They don't have VHS releases; they're a little bit newer, but we're gonna cover some stuff on here that I think some of our listeners are really gonna like. That one I was telling you about yesterday. There's like this whole
into that one. That one looks fun.
Yeah, there's like this whole genre of like, it's not shot on video, it's shot on digital, but it's like from like the years 2002 to like 2015 or something, around there.
What's that crossover period? Weird.
Yeah, where people still haven't gotten like the black magic fucking cameras yet, or like the expensive reds or whatnot. It was still like very amateur looking. If you told me it came out in 1996, I'd be like, yeah, that's legit. But I'm really excited to show some of these ones. It's always nice to show movies where the directors and creators are still active. You know what I mean? Where like we could actually promote their current things instead of somebody that hasn't made a movie in fucking 40 years and wants nothing to do with it. Yeah, we used to get so many of those like responses where it's just like, yeah, I don't talk about that. Don't, no thanks. So, okay,
not a part
thanks.
of it anymore.
Yeah, not a part of my life.
Don't you ever
anymore.
fucking talk about that again.
Yeah. But next week's movie, I'm fucking pumped. But Grizz, is there anything else that we missed? I don't think so.
No, man, I'm gonna go out and probably shovel some more of the fucking 40 inches of snow that I got over the last few days.
There you go, man.
Night, baby.
But where could they find you on the internet, Grizz?
Find me on Instagram at Kane_enabler.
And you can find me at Bad Taste Video, and you can find everything we do at www.badtastevideo.com. We do have a Patreon if you want to help us out, help us pay the bills. We try to put some stuff on there. We do it as much as we can without getting in any sort of trouble. We also have our YouTube channel that I've said a million times, youtube.com/@BadTasteVideoPodcast. It would really help us if you subscribe, like the video, show it to your friends. I've been putting some shorts up with some fucking small synopses of some movies we've covered in the past. So that's been fun. And we got some other stuff in the works. But Grizz, January, we're pretty much halfway done. Do we want to have any sort of theme for February? Not yet, right? You know what? I have something that I want to maybe bring up.
Okay.
That like we could do maybe we could do like a Japanese month. Since February,
I've always said that I'd be all about it, dude.
Yeah, since February is slightly shorter. Let me see how many episodes we have in February. Let's see. We have 1, 2,
Get
3.
fucking weird, dude.
Yeah, we got 4 episodes. I got some fucking strange shit. I got some really cool stuff. Yeah, we're gonna if we do that, which I think we'll start busting out the 35-minute movie, the 55-minute movie, the 46-minute movie. It is gonna be. We could literally play the movie in the amount of time that we do this podcast, but we won't because they're very vigilant with the copyright shit over in Japan. They do not give a fuck. They will strike your shit down, and I'm not about that. So we're not gonna play the whole thing. We actually may have to on that one, like cut the clips like pretty fucking short, possibly alter the audio. We'll see. We'll play it by ear. We'll test it out. Yeah. But Grizz looks like he's getting he's fading into the ether here.
It's like you. We're
going. The snow's coming back. The wind is whipping. But But I want to thank everybody in the chat for coming. I want to thank everybody at home. If you're listening to this in your car, at work, wherever, we really appreciate everything. We appreciate everything you do for us. If you want to give me a copy of Mr. Ice Cream Man, I'll also really appreciate that too. But you can always see us on Tuesday night where we record this live. Reverse the screen. Mute. What? What happened?
For what we would do for the Japanese movies.
Oh, does that actually work if you do that? I'm gonna let me know if that actually works, because that'll be great. But thank you everybody for coming. Thank you everybody for watching. Thank you everybody who's watching the rerun of this, and thank you everybody for listening. We are Bad Taste Video Podcast / Bad Taste Video, and we will see you next week.